Back in Black, over 40 million copies of that album sold. It's over 40 years old too. It was released July 25th, 1980. Might as well have been released last year. It sounds contemporary. It sounds great. That's a credit to the arrangement and the production and just AC/DC, really. At the start of Back in Black, you can hear somebody count out. They count out 3/4 before at the start of the song. I looked it up to see who that is calling that out. I have no idea. If you know, please post a comment. I would love to know who that is on the recording. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start with a E chord, and we're going to play just the top 3 strings for this E chord, and I'm going to put my first finger on the G and just lightly kind of mute it a little bit in case I hit it, but we're just going to play these top 3 strings, and then we're going to immediately mute, so like that. And to mute, we're just using our hand, we're just karate chopping the strings. So, and then we're going to move down to a D chord, and we're going to play it down, up, down. And this D is just the bottom 4 strings. So down, up, down on the D, and then we move to a bar A. We're going to bar A it, and we're going to just play down, up, down again, and this time these 5 strings. And we're going to mute it. So it's important to just mute right after each one of those. Sometimes because there's kind of like a long count after this A before you play the E minor pentatonic run, that people hang this last A, so they'll play it. Okay, don't hang this A. Just play it like all the rest of them and mute it. So, and then wait your count. I don't know what the count is, but wait, and then you're going to play this E minor pentatonic run, and it is down here on 3rd fret on the high E. You're going to down pick it, and then up pick the open, and then you're going to come up to the B string. Same thing, down pick it on the 3rd, and then open, and then we're going to come up to the G, and we're 2nd fret of the G, and we're going to bend it and pull off. Okay? And you want this G accent to sound like one of these. Okay, you want them all to sort of sound like they're the same thing. And then you come right in and play another E chord. And in terms of framing this, even though the measure ends at the end of this little run, that's where the measure ends, I want you to play this, or think about playing this, as a continuous run, the pentatonic and then the E chord. So you think about it as one run that just goes like that. Okay, it'll just help for me it just helps the flow and unsticks things to think of it that way. So I think of this as one little block, and then I think of it as this as a run. And I'm double picking this high E, but don't do that. It's just a bad habit of mine that when I start something, sometimes I double pick it. So that's all one run, okay? The next thing that happens after that is you just go back and we're just going to repeat the riff. We're going to play down, up, down on the D chord, and then down, up, down on the A chord. And then we're going to do this. And that is 2 on the A, and then up to 4 on the E, and then back to 2 on the A, and then 5 on the E, and then 2 on the A, and then 6 on the E, and then 2 on the A, and 7. And then you're going to, as you hit the 7, you're going to slide down and pull off into this E chord. And this is just like this other pentatonic run. You want to think about the run, even though the measure ends with this slide, so the measure ends, that's where the measure ends. I want you to think about chaining this E chord into it. So, okay, and you hear that. I hope you can hear that. I'm hanging that. I'm sliding and then hanging that E. So it's okay, and that just connects everything together, and then you're right back into the down up down with the D, and the down up down, and back to the little pentatonic run. So you're going to do that riff 4 times in a row. But very important to chain this run together with this E chord, and very important to slide down and hit that E. Those are the little things that will make the whole riff sort of sound really good together. Once you've got the timing, it'll just, you know, one of the things when you're just playing your guitar by yourself, you need to have those fill in those little gaps. Otherwise, it sounds like you're just sort of playing little notes here and there. But those little slides and hanging notes and things like that help fill in all the blanks. Okay, so you're going to do that. You're going to do that 4 times, and then after you, and the 4th one, after you are doing this run, you're going to drop into a bar A. So, and then you're going to come up and you're going to do an E, and then you're going to do this B5 power chord, and then you're going to take off the root note there, the B, and you're just going to play these 3. So it's okay. So okay, and then you're going to play this little run. And what that is it's a G chord, and it's a G chord where the 2nd finger here is going to mute the A. Almost every time you play a G chord with AC/DC, this is your G chord shape, and you're always muting this A. So you play this G, come down to a D, up to a A, and then you're going to grab this G, give it a little half bend, and release it. Oh, and then hit another A. Okay, so you've got and then you go back to. And now we're going to switch over and we're going to play the rhythm guitar part, okay? And the rhythm guitar part is this G major chord played in this way, and you're going to play it 3 times with downstrokes, and then you're going to play 4 strokes with the down up, and then you're going to play just 1 more down, and then drop into 3 Ds where you're going to go. So that's going to sound like this. So you're coming off of this riff where you're playing. Okay, and on these Ds, you're playing them, and then you're sort of lifting to mute them. So it's like, okay, just to give it a little more pulse. And then right after that, you're right back into the E. Okay, and you're just right back into that riff. And then you play that riff twice, and on the 2nd one, you drop back into the little chorus of. Okay, and that is the main riff and chorus for Back in Black. So The important things are to chain everything together. I should say on this chorus too, the important things to me are to get this run, the pentatonic run, so that it's all that together. And on the other one, that's all together. And then on the one thing that I do on the chorus is when I play this bar A and I come up and play this E, this low E is going to be sort of just hanging out there. So as I come to play this B5, I'm muting as I'm doing a light mute as I play it. So it's and just trying to clean up because I want to just stop this. I don't want to have this E just ringing out through the whole chorus. I just want it for that one E chord. And so it takes a little bit of finesse to get it how you want it, but that's what I do to stop this E chord from playing. Otherwise, that's the main riff, and then it just drops right into the solo. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you know who it is that called out 3/4 at the start of Back in Black. And otherwise, I'll see you next time.